Now that first story, guys, is pretty crazy about how she broke her promise and she never prayed to him. She remarried after that, and well, the legend is that he appears exactly in this middle hall right here. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to a new adventure. Today we are in downtown Guadalajara. We're in the heart of Guadalajara. Due to personal reasons, I wasn't able to go explore this past weekend, but I didn't want to leave y'all without a video. And we're gonna go check out this old building here in downtown Guadalajara with a lot of history, a lot of legends. Let's go check it out, guys. Let's get into it. Now this is what we're gonna show y'all today, guys. The famous Casa de los Perros, the house of the dogs, which is what's known now as the Museum of Journalism and Graphics. That the place has a lot of terrifying stories as well as legends, which we're gonna tell y'all as we go. Unfortunately, today they have a special event and they're gonna close the building down, so we won't be able to show y'all that. But we're definitely coming back tomorrow and we'll definitely show y'all the adventure. See y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, we're back at the Casa de los Perros, the famous house of the dogs, which is now a museum. It's the Museum of Journalism and Graphic Arts. Now this hasn't always been a museum. At one point it was a mansion to a very wealthy man, and before that it was the first printing press that Guadalajara had. Let's go check out and see if we're able to go in there. Yesterday they had an event, mariachi and tequila. I wish I could have stayed, but unfortunately it was a little bit late and it didn't fit with my schedule. Let's go see if we're able to record now. Like I told y'all, now it's the Museum of Journalism and Graphic Arts. As y'all can see, all the stuff in here, we'll go little by little and check it out. But before this was a mansion, this site was home to Guadalajara's first printing press, and that was this right here, El Despertador Americano. I believe in 1810 Miguel Hidalgo helped publish El Despertador Americano, which was the first independent newspaper in the Americas. And as time went, the house changed owners until it eventually became a mansion. But look at this, guys. Some of the old stuff they used to use to make newspapers, and I imagine these are some of the articles. Yeah, El Despertador Americano, these are some of the articles they had, and I'm not too quite sure, but oh, this was a stapler. It was stapled together, the newspaper. Awesome. I'm not sure what that is. Let me see. Oh, it's just where they would work the newspaper at. Look at this. Look at this camera, guys. Look how old it is. Wow. I had been here before, but it was really brief. And we didn't take our time to go around and read all the stuff, and we'll explain a little bit as we go. I'm also on limited time. I'm at lunchtime, but like I told y'all, I didn't want to leave y'all without a video. This was a machine to cut paper, and this was a printer. Look at this. Compared to nowadays printer, big time difference, guys. And honestly, it's a lovely museum, guys. If you're ever down here in Guadalajara, I highly recommend that you come check it out and that you actually, you know, take your time and go through it. Look at this big old type machine, guys. Wow. Imagine how old this is. This right here, I imagine they would put ink and then they would put the newspaper or the paper over it, because if you see, there's a lot of little engravings. on back I read a little bit, but yeah, they would place the paper in that little needle thing is what would mark it out. And look, this is just like the other one. It's like a little cylinder, and it has a bunch of little stuff that they would print out on the newspapers. A little typewriter. Look at this. Lovely and amazing, guys. There's a lot of machinery that I don't know the purpose of, but I'm pretty sure if you know about newspaper and all that, you do. And look, this looks like a typewriter, but I don't see nothing to type. But they would fabricate pieces of metal with this, guys, for the newspaper. And here's some of the stuff for the typewriters. Look. Now, guys, the legend of Don Jesus and Ana Gonzalez. Don Jesus was the wealthy man that was the owner of this mansion before it became his museum. Now, Don Jesus was a wealthy coffee merchant, Don Jesus Flores. He married a young woman named Ana Gonzalez. And their marriage, after they married, it said that they traveled to Europe, and that when they were in Europe, their ship almost sank and they almost lost their life. So it said that they made a promise to each other that whoever died first, they would pray a rosary to each other on every year's anniversary. So after Ana Gonzalez bought these dogs, they're on top of the building, which they also have a story. A year later or soon after, he passed away. And well, the promise was not made, and it said that if you pray the rosary right here, that you could hear the voices of the person hunting you, you know. So it has some spooky stories, guys, honestly. And well, look, it looks like they also did radio in the 1950s. Wow, amazing, guys. This next room we're about to enter, it looks like a studio where they will record and make TV shows, announcements. And look, this was like a little small elevator they had. Right now it's not working. And well, look at that. We'll show y'all that in a minute when we get closer. Now, I'm not certain or not, guys, if this was one of the first studios, but it said that in 1859, that's when Guadalajara first had TV. So imagine that. And it also has on shelf, guys, some of the old cameras. Look at this. It looks like a little minigun. And this is, they're from 1776 to 1983. This is what cameras look like back then compared to these GoPros. Alright, guys, well, let's continue along this museum and let's go on to the next place. There's a two-story building, guys. We're heading towards the top, and like I mentioned, there was a mansion back then. This right here was from a cathedral nearby. But I'm having to turn off the camera on and off because there's people here, there's music, so I'm trying to avoid copyrights and trying to avoid making people uncomfortable. So let's see what's up here. Look, guys, this is an old photograph of what it looked like. And up there, those are the dogs. The dogs that have a little spooky legend, and I'll let y'all know as we go. Look, right now it looks like an art room, guys. But back then, this was probably like their main living room, or who knows, guys. But this building is old, dates back to the 1800s, 1810s. And it has a bunch of art as we go all over. Look, guys, this is a picture of old from what the cathedral used to look back then. Nowadays, there's no street and this doesn't exist. It's just all widely open. And look, guys, These are the dogs that I was telling y'all about, and in a minute I'm gonna tell you why there's bullet holes on them. But these dogs, they come from New York. And I told y'all this was a 2-story building, but as a matter of fact, it's not. It's a 3-story building. And look, wilderness, my favorite, guys. All kinds of animals that have been captured here in our forest, the barranca, the canyon, the forest, the mountains. Guadalajara, it's lovely, guys. We have so much animal wilderness out here. Deer, turkeys, everything, guys. Lovely and amazing. And look, this one's from 2017, from 2020, 2020. All kinds of dates. And it's a beautiful room, guys. And yeah, it's 3 stories. There's a middle story between these buildings. We were just down there. And the dogs are up here in the top. We don't have access to the top. I'm sure that if we would have took our time, we would have been able to have access to the top. But in a minute when we go outside, we'll tell y'all the story about these dogs and the legend. And look, guys, one thing that I'm noticing is that every time it's different. Last time we came up here, there was a bunch of drawings all over the walls. And now there's some like Komodos, a mirror, and some drawings. And this was a balcony that they had in this mansion. I would have loved to live in this place, guys. Imagine your view outside just downtown Guadalajara. That would have been amazing and lovely. And on this other side, guys, we got a TV and we have these boxing bags looking things. They're just floating. It's art. At the end of the day, it's art, and it says "Mira la mancha estampada con furia sobre los sacos." To look at the paint over the bags in fury. And this is what it looks like, guys. Alright, well, this is the famous House of the Dogs that now it's the Museum of Journalism and Graphic Arts. So that's why we see so much art all over the place, guys. But let's start making our way out. Look at the structure right here. Lovely. Now that first story, guys, is pretty crazy about how she broke her promise and she never prayed to him. She remarried after that, and well, the legend is that he appears exactly in this middle hall right here, which is the middle hall of the house. So yeah, this place has a lot of history, guys. So yeah, this being the first printing press, and then being a mansion, and then from being a mansion, it was abandoned, and then sooner it became this museum. This is the access to go to the rooftop to see these dogs, but we don't have access. Let's head towards the exterior so I could say bye to y'all, and so I can tell y'all this story about the dogs and why the dogs have bullet holes on them. Alright, guys, so I hope y'all enjoy this little tour around this museum. But them dogs up there that you see, that one has 1, 2, 3, and that one has 1, 2, 3 holes that I can see as well. And the story right here with these dogs is that these dogs, certain nights, they come alive and they roam around the rooftop, so supposedly protecting this building. But yeah, the young lady that this wealthy rich guy married, she's the one that sent for these dogs to bring them over here from New York. And well, that's the story. I know for a fact, and I was told this by Oscar, that there was a military base somewhere around here, and that people from that military base would see these dogs come alive and they would shoot at them. People around this area also say that they would see the dogs come alive and again they would shoot at them. Well, this is it, guys. La Casa de los Perros, the famous house of the dogs. A little something different, guys. I wasn't able to go out exploring like I told y'all due to personal reasons, but we're here leaving y'all with another video. Till next time, guys. Peace. By the way, guys, we're close to that 1,000 subscriber goals. We're almost there. It hasn't been easy, guys, but I do want to ask if you could recommend the video to your friends, family, so we can reach that goal a little bit faster. It really helps a lot. All right, guys, peace.